What are we witnessing with Anthony Edwards? We're witnessing some amazing things here. Just like Shaq said on Anthony Edwards, he said, Ant-Man has been like this since high school. I don't have to teach him how to be a dog. He's already a dog. He's the puppy litter that when you look at them pit bulls, he's the one pit bull that's already biting and going crazy. I want him. That's the one I want. And he's absolutely right. Anthony Edwards didn't have to be taught to be the guy to be aggressive, the guy to, he's never been the guy to shy away from a big moment. He's always on the attack, it feels like, and he wants to be the best player in the league. I mean, people say he probably looks at people like LeBron James and Nikola Jokic as his counterparts and rivals, and not as guys he looks up to. He has, and like I know a lot of people talk about because he kind of looks like him, and people call him Michael Jordan's son, but he kind of looks like Michael Jordan in the way he is so goddamn competitive, and I freaking love that about Anthony Edwards, and I think that might make him the face of a league later on, and we'll get to that. But I want to just talk about a couple of things here with Anthony Edwards. Let's talk about that yesterday 20-plus point comeback win against the Clippers, where he basically was like, I'm not losing this game. He put up 37 points, 8 boards, 4 assists, and he's like, I am not losing this game. And he's doing this at only 22 years old. Do you realize how rare that is? We're talking about 22 years old. Back in the day, that's when guys would play 4 years in college, come to the NBA, and be 22-year-old rookies. But is he the next person to take the mantle as the USA's best player? The USA, I don't know. Victor Wembanyama might be an all-time great and hard to beat. But the face of a league is going to be, and usually is, an American-born player. And who is next in line? Jason Tatum, Anthony Edwards. I think the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's from Canada doesn't work. I think that Anthony Edwards can resonate. He's a high flyer. He shoots. He plays good defense. I think he could really be the one to take the next step as the next face of the NBA. And it's crazy, right? Because he still doesn't even eat healthy. He still says he eats fast foods and burgers. And once he takes his diet more seriously, which hopefully he does, he'll probably even get better. And the cool thing, he actually plays defense. We saw the defensive play against Indiana. We saw how good it was. And then we saw against the Clippers yesterday how he clamped Paul George. The guy is doing stuff we haven't really seen. The guy is doing stuff that is making people's minds just blow up because he's 22 years old and he's kind of taken that rise in a meteoric fashion. And now with 30 points yesterday, he ties Kevin Love for the most 30-point games in Timberwolves history. But let's talk about what Shaq said for a moment and how he's a pit bull. I think one of the things here that a lot of this league is missing and generation is missing is that killer instinct at the end of the games. I think that's why a lot of people don't think, and I kind of feel like it's unfair, but Jason Tatum and the Celtics can't win a championship because they say that Tatum doesn't have that killer instinct, despite him setting the Game 7 record for most points in a closeout game with 51 last year against the Sixers. But people still don't think, he has that killer instinct. We haven't seen it. People used to say it about LeBron. We all disagreed. He ended up being super clutch and having a killer instinct. But I think Anthony Edwards is that pit bull. I think he's the guy who thinks he's better than everyone else in the league. I actually genuinely believe he thinks he's the best player in the league and a guy who should be winning MVPs. And I think Anthony Edwards is a player, 22 years old. 6 years from now, could Anthony Edwards, imagine 6 years from now, he'll be better than he is now. 6 years from now, the Timberwolves will hopefully build around him unless he's gone somewhere else, which I don't want to talk about because he seems very happy in Minnesota. And 6 years from now, Anthony Edwards will be a first-team All-NBA shoo-in, and he's already almost a first-team All-NBA guy now, and he'll be a guy talked about MVP. Now, of course, there's still a lot of basketball left in his career, but what we're seeing is a guy who has potential to become the new NBA face of a league after LeBron James retires, Steph Curry retires, and we're looking for that next guy who could lead the NBA in jersey sales, marketing, and just be the guy everyone knows around the country. So thank you for watching. My name is George on Tap. This is Hoops on Tap. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate you watching here till the end, and we'll see you guys next time.